I remember chatting with Sid Kutro and Girish and the boys at Zero. And I said, how does this work when you guys are in different cities? And equally true now for Indiscreet. So he says, man, we get together 24 hours, 48 hours in advance, and we try and get as much rehearsal time as possible. How is it going to work with you guys, now that you've moved to Goa?
Well, how it's been working for the last few years, because I've been in Goa for 5 years now. Of
Yeah.
course, the first 2 years there was nothing happening because that was still COVID season, which suddenly seems to have miraculously vanished, and nobody ever talks about
Talks
COVID.
about-
The thing that the entire world was had its very, undies on fire over,
Yeah.
suddenly is like there'll be a mention somewhere, oh, COVID cases have gone up or whatever. Man, come on. I'm missing the hysteria. Actually, I'm missing the shutdown. I'm missing not the lockdown, but the shutdown.
Yeah, the
Oh man, it was
tranquility.
the tranquility, the wildlife coming out again. Anyway, so those first 2 years, not much was happening, but for the next 3 years after that, and continuing so. Similar to Zero, and maybe a little more often for us, because Zero get together really only once a year, twice a year,
Yeah.
because I mean they're in different countries. Rajiv is in the UK and stuff, and of course Warren is in New Zealand, and that's a much wider spread. It's a slightly shorter flight from Goa to Bombay. So yeah, but similarly, a couple of days before a gig, and most of our gigs actually happen outside Bombay. So I'm looking forward to this Olly Fest performance, because we'll be in Bombay after a long time, and we'll be in Bandra, which are an area I love, despite all the redevelopment madness that's taking place there right now. That air, man, it's crazy. But back in the Bandra Fort Amphitheater, which I love. I mean, we've played some really, really good gigs there. It's a fantastic environment. It's a fantastic venue, and it's going to be fun. So yeah, so similarly, I'll get in there usually 2 days before a gig. We rehearse, and most of the time we travel outside Bombay for a gig, and then I fly straight back to Goa. I don't come back into Bombay. But in this case, it's heading to Bombay and then heading back to Goa right after the gig. But yeah, we keep it going. We managed to keep it going.
94.3 Radio 1.